Hi everybody and welcome to day one. So I am super excited that you guys are here, and I am even more excited to see who is going to be joining our team next, because honestly I could simply go on and on about the amazing women on this team and how we really have created such an awesome culture together and made this experience so much more fun. So welcome, and super excited to dive into some information. Today I simply just want to tell you a little bit about my story and how I got started as a Beachbody coach, because I'm sure a lot of you really don't have any idea what coaching actually is or how you would get started. Some of you may not even be familiar with any of the products that we use as coaches and that our customers use as well. So hopefully over the next few days you guys will get a really good idea about what it is that we do as coaches, and if you could see yourself doing it as well. So my name is Megan and I am a mom of 4. So my oldest is 8 and I have a 7-year-old and an almost 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. So I am definitely a busy mom, and I am also a registered nurse, and I have a husband who works a lot. So let me paint a little bit of a picture for you, because when I got started on my health and fitness journey, I had no business joining a company like this and taking on sort of another job, if you will. I, at the time, was pregnant with my 4th baby. I was working almost full-time hours as a registered nurse, and my husband was actually out west on the pipeline, and he would be gone for up to 3 months at a time. So I was essentially a single working mama of 3 plus pregnant with a 4th. So I was definitely busy, but you know what was lacking? I had no passion. While my life looked absolutely wonderful on the outside, and sure, I was happy, I was just going through the motions day in and day out. Every single day sort of was like the same. I woke up, I was surrounded by these children who were making demands from the second I opened up my eyes, and my days really revolved around them and making them happy, and I definitely put myself on the end of my to-do list. Like, I wasn't even getting to myself on my to-do list. That's how far down the list I was. And I just started to think, I can't do this. I am feeling so run down. I'm feeling so unfulfilled and tired. I was just really tired, and I had no energy at all. And I knew that I should not be feeling that way. I know that as humans, we are meant to be feeling very vibrant and energetic and happy and full of life. And I wasn't feeling that way. I was definitely feeling very run down. And I blamed that on just, well, I've got a young family. I've got 3 little kids, a new baby on the way. I'm doing this on my own. So I just sort of was okay with it for the time being, until one day I just wasn't okay with it anymore. I knew that I could be feeling a lot better. So I was introduced to the Beachbody products, and that's sort of where my journey began. Immediately, when I started following one of the programs, I felt amazing. So I really just started to work on my own health and fitness first, and I absolutely fell in love with not only the products but the community of the accountability group I had, and also how I felt. And I started to think right away, why isn't everybody doing this? Why isn't everybody following one of these amazing programs? Why isn't everybody drinking Shakeology? Why isn't everybody part of an accountability group that provides you with this motivation and support? I had never had anything like that in my entire life, and that made all the difference in how I felt and how I was showing up. So I decided to look a little bit more into the business side of things. Again, I had no business doing this. I was not, this health and fitness person at all, and I definitely did not have a background in fitness at all. Like, I really had never worked out prior to any of this. But I also could see what this opportunity was doing for other people on social media, and I started to think, gosh, why not me? At this point, I had given birth to my 4th baby, and I just started thinking about what was going to be happening moving forward. And I knew that returning to work, returning to the hospital, working 12-hour shifts, working nights, working weekends, working holidays, that was sort of my future. And that thought sort of made me feel sick to my stomach, because the last thing I wanted to do was to be leaving my babies all the time. I mean, I wanted children, and I wanted children for a reason. Yet here I was going to be away from them more than I was actually at home with them. It just didn't make any sense. So I decided to jump in with this opportunity and really see what it could do for me. And honestly, I didn't even think of it not working out. I had this plan. I had a plan to create financial freedom, time freedom, happiness. And I honestly just wanted to better myself in the process, and I wanted to help other women do the exact same. So I jumped in. And no, success didn't happen overnight. It's definitely something that I work at every single day, and I work this business every single day. And it's been a lot of consistency, a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. But in this 3 years, I have totally transformed myself inside, for sure, my confidence, the way I think now, the way I treat other people, the way I'm showing up as a mother has completely changed for me. My relationships are better. I wake up with excitement and energy and just a positive outlook on my entire life, and that alone has absolutely been worth this whole journey. Not to mention, I am in the best shape that I've ever been in my entire life. I never had a weight loss goal. For me, none of this had to do with weight loss at all. For me, it was simply about feeling better. I wanted to create a solid routine in my life. I wanted to create a healthy lifestyle, and this is what it's given me. It has allowed me to create a healthy lifestyle, not only for myself, but for my family. It has also created a whole new level of financial, not freedom, because we're not there yet, but I have been able to walk away from working full-time as a nurse, and I am working very, very part-time. So I'm only working about 3 to 4 shifts a month at the hospital, and honestly, that just makes me so happy to be able to sort of work very infrequently there and be home working this business with my kids. Like, my kids are home right now, and I'm able to work this business, and that for me is just amazing. I get to work this business in pockets of time while they're napping or while they're in bed, or I can get up early in the morning and work this business. I can fit it around my life instead of having my life sort of fitting into where I'm not working, if that makes any sense. So this has just given me so much freedom and the ability to do things in our life that we otherwise wouldn't have. Things to our house, vacations. I love to travel. I absolutely love going away on vacation, whether that's just a random night away at a hotel or a tropical vacation for a week. I love to travel. However, with 4 kids, traveling isn't always in the budget because, as you know, that can be very expensive. What this opportunity has allowed us to do, it has allowed us to have travel into our life again. Since I joined as a Teen Beachbody coach, I have been on the most amazing vacations. These are all earned vacations just for showing up every day and doing the work that needs to be done, helping other people. I have been given these amazing vacations. I've been on a cruise vacation. I've been to the Dominican Republic. We were in the Mayan Riviera. Next year we're going on another cruise. I've been to Los Angeles. I have been just on other random little weekends away and different retreats. And honestly, that for me is one of the best parts because I love being able to see different places of this world that I otherwise would not have been able to see. My life looks a lot different than it did 3 years ago when I first was thinking about becoming a coach. I was sort of on this path before where I would be working full-time for probably the rest of my nursing career. I would really be missing out on a lot of milestones in my children's life, and probably we would be living paycheck to paycheck essentially. Now I am on this whole different path just because I made the decision to do something a little bit different. I took a chance. I did something that not everybody else is willing to do, and I just went for it. And now I have this whole other path in front of me, and the future just holds a lot of opportunity. I mean, with this business, there is no cap on your income. You can make however much money you want to make. The more you show up, the more that you dive into this business, the more of an income you're going to generate. And that's what I love, because I am somebody who is willing to work harder than the next person. I'm willing to show up and do the things that maybe somebody else isn't going to do. And I love that this company rewards you for doing that. So I love being able to bring on hardworking women who are looking to create change in their life and in their family's life. And I have this whole team of women who are doing the same. And I love seeing them see success in this business as well. And I cannot wait to see who ends up joining us in the future. So please ask any questions. I am a total open book, and I really hope that these next 3 days really give you a good inside look into what we do as coaches, and if you could see yourself doing something like this. I always ask people, what do you have to lose? What is the worst thing that could happen if you said yes? And I promise you, there isn't anything bad that could come from this opportunity. Worst case, you get healthy and fit yourself. That is like the worst case scenario. Best case scenario is you help change a lot of other people's lives for the better. You create freedom for yourself and for your family, and you have just a whole other future in front of you that you otherwise would not have had. So I hope you guys enjoy these next 3 days, and please, any questions, just post below and we'll talk soon.